Hello, sweeties! It's 29th of August 2021, can you believe it? And we've moved into Virgo season, which means, of course, that we're all behaving beautifully. Or we would be if half the planets weren't staggering about in reverse. So what does it all mean? Well, it means that our emotional lives are mildly hectic, but also a little one-sided. We all feel as though we're not being heard or understood, and now that we know that, we will all try extra hard to be patient with our lovers. The energies shift again in October, so we'll just have a crappy love life for a little while. Oh, and watch with the whole authority thing. Don't argue with bosses or the cops or the parent. In fact, don't argue with anyone. Just smile and agree, it's safest. That's enough of that. Let's get to the stars. Virgo, my little muffin basket, you're confused, aren't you? So typical of you, always doubting yourself at the very last minute. You're discovering pitfalls you hadn't thought of and wondering whether you're on the right track. Just calm down a moment. You'll soon find ways to work around what are actually very teeny problems when you get your head out your ass. You're on an upward glide, and all that well-deserved success is literally within smelling distance. Don't waste your energy on garbage. Just know you'll be enormously pleased with yourself by October. And if you need help, meanwhile, ask your guides or angels or best friend or whoever you speak to. They're all standing by, but you do have to ask. Just remember though, you still have free will. You can stuff up if you want to, or not. The energies go where the focus flows. Focus on success. That's it for Virgo. Libra, my little Fruit Loop. Look, there's still a slight problem with your love life, which isn't going quite as well as you hoped. Think of this as a chance to heal your wounded heart. The energy of the wounded healer is lurking about, so use him to heal rather than wound. These are, really boring, ancient childhood issues that are messing up your love life. Dig them up, look at them, forgive everyone, and most of all, forgive yourself. And then let yourself be loved. Money, interestingly, is looking better. But instead of throwing it away in all those designer bags, think about your values. Which of your resources are most important at the moment? Spend your energy and your money on those. This is generally an okay week, actually. You'll find you like yourself a whole lot more by the weekend. Give yourself a hug. Remind yourself how utterly fabulous you are. That's it for Libra. Scorpio, my little peanut, look at you. You're at your brilliant best. Changing the world, making good things happen, and this week some really important people are impressed with your efforts. You might even get an award, More importantly though, you've neglected your own needs and your personal life is falling apart, which is really unnecessary, as you know. A tiny bit of admin, a smidgen of genuine communication, and you'll be back in that saddle. The love life is still a little vague, but that's not really your fault. And you're forgetting that not everyone lives in their head. Some people have hearts, soft ones. Try opening yours. Take a chance on being vulnerable. It's actually much more exciting than it looks. You are at your most powerful when you trust and surrender. That's it for Scorpio. Sagittarius, my little hedgehog. Put those little spiky things away and breathe. Actually, you need a salt bath. Just a few handfuls of coarse salt in your bath. You've been picking up on everyone else's negative vibes and it's starting to affect your health, or certainly your mental health anyway. So for now, just clear your diary. Spend a little time with yourself. Think about all the fabulous faraway places you've dreamed of and pick one. You may just find that your fantasies coincide perfectly with an offer that's been finalized this week. Nice. Your lucky star's waiting for you to take the first step. So be ready to receive. And share, obviously, something you're always good at. And get your hair done. You need a new look. For a new love, maybe? That's it for Sagittarius. Capricorn, my little kangaroo. There is absolutely nothing standing in your way now. And even though you're generally fairly conservative with your plans, you're having a particularly ballsy week this week. You're taking the kind of risks that would normally scare the shit out of you. And it's working. Doors are opening. Bosses are impressed. If you are the boss, you're impressing them. Good for you. There's no better time to clean up your life and dump the baggage. And don't say there isn't any, because there's no one in the world without baggage. Some of it's actually even quite useful. In your case, there'll obviously be some bad reactions to your very good decisions. Ignore all that and carry on regardless. You'll soon see why. That's it for Capricorn. Aquarius, my little butternut. You're confused about what to do next, aren't you? Don't be. It's time to make something big happen, and it's going to take all of your wonderful imagination to get the initiative pumping. Of course, you could always sit on your arse and stare at the television, fantasizing about what will definitely happen as soon as you get your act together. But if you start with all that garbage, you'll still be there this time next year and you'll miss out on all the really good stuff. This is your moment to move it. Even though action's the very last thing on your mind, doesn't matter. Sometimes we have to force ourselves to overcome our natural impulses, or just train them to behave differently. Your spark lies in that extraordinary creative spirit. The trick is to get it moving. Miracles are happening. You just have to get on the bus, sweetie. That's it for Aquarius. Pisces, my little daffodil, it's time to get practical. And yes, we know the very word makes your skin crawl, but that's just tough. Unless you're wealthy enough, of course, to get someone to do it all for you. And amazingly, some fishers actually do find a way to rake in the dough, and good for you if you're one of them. Most of you, though, are so busy giving away the shirts off your back you've forgotten to count how many are left. As such, this is a very boring week for you. It's about finding some balance, and yes, maybe even balancing the actual books, provided you know where they are. The truth is, someone's trying to manipulate you into parting with some of your stuff. So you get to stand up for yourself and tell them all to piss off for once. If you can manage that at least, you can take the rest of the week off. Yay. That's it for Pisces. Aries, my little strawberry milkshake. Sometimes you are just your own very worst enemy. Always wanting what you know perfectly well is bad for you. And with the planets as mad as they are, it's even more difficult for you to clean up your act. Okay, so next week, or rather the week after, let's be safe, it's a great time to start behaving yourself. So for now, just go ahead and do the wicked things. Get it out of your system. Just don't forget though, bad habits are formed much more easily than they are broken, amazingly and very annoyingly. You'll need to talk to yourself severely if you're hoping to keep your world in one piece. How about one day of wickedness, followed by 2 days of angelic wholesomeness, something like that? Slowly, very slowly, you can start to create some good habits, one at a time. Be kind to yourself. That's it for Aries. Taurus, my little chocolate muffin, are you in need of an enormous hug? Look, stop faffing about what will happen if the sky falls on your head and do something ordinary. Open your mail, answer your phone. There's a message in there somewhere that could easily change your life. Mostly though, the messages are about being willing to change yourself. Not that you need to go spending your last farthing, desperately trying to do what you think everybody wants you to do. In fact, now would be the perfect time to work on being who you are while you still remember what that is. This is one of those weeks when miracles happen. But you have to believe magic is possible and you have to be grateful for everything. Let's start with more money, which is coming, and move forward from there. That's it for Taurus. Gemini, my little cauliflower. Isn't this interesting? You're putting all this effort into reinventing yourself and no one's the slightest bit impressed. Don't worry about that. The fact is, no one handles change well, not even the good kind. Still, you could try explaining, maybe. And if that doesn't work, you'll just have to develop some tolerance so they will catch up. They will take longer to adjust to the new you. The cash flow, meanwhile, is about to improve radically, although you'll still need to make careful money decisions. Just take a closer look at where the money's coming from. Are you being pressured into doing things you don't want to do, or to take on belief systems that are garbage? Look, there's no point getting your knickers in a knot. Just try for some compromise for a while. For the rest, just say no. Simple. That's it for Gemini. Cancer, my little powerhouse. What's happened to all that confidence you've been brandishing about? Just because you've been thinking about changing direction is not a good reason to lose all your courage. Enough of that. If you're going to make decisions, and of course you are, you just have to trust yourself to make good ones and jump in. This is the perfect time to change your life. For a start, the party planet has wandered in and there's loads of mindless fun to be had. So let yourself be a complete airhead for a bit. What the hell? Love is looking especially good, especially if you're looking to change partners. No rush though. Those impulsive emotional decisions are never brilliant. So take your time with those. The career is moving much more slowly now. So you can devote all your energy to your tender little heart while the career does its own thing. And you can get pumping again. That's it for Cancer. Leo, my little raspberry, there's all sorts of intrigue and secrecy going on here. The question is, can you keep up? Look, frankly, you couldn't really care less about anyone's secret love affair or private stash of exotic underwear. You know, you've seen it and done it a long time ago. Still, everyone is determined to bend your ear with the gossip, and you have to admit it is quite fun. As long as you're not the one doing the gossiping or being gossiped about, well, what the hell? The fact is, hardly anything is under your control this week, so you might as well forget about making any real plans. Travel is ghastly, health is slightly dodgy, try a massage, and the career is on a fabulous upward ride that you couldn't stop if you tried or keep track of. Not that you want to. In fact, for now, just stand back and watch. Your life's doing its own thing. That's it for Leo. Thank you, delicious creatures, for listening to Astrology with Linda Shaw. This is the perfect time to start believing in your own magic and to make something amazing happen. So whenever you're out there in the world, protect yourself in a bubble of flames or silver energy, then ask your angels to help you and keep smiling even if you don't feel like it. Smiling lifts your vibration. Give it a bash. Now, if you'd like to subscribe or share or just tell me how fabulous I am, press the button. It's free, and have a great week. And remind yourself every 5 seconds how amazing you are. Give yourself permission to succeed. It's really important. Bye now.